What's up everyone, Kriddle here, and I've learned a lot about inventory management and skill management within Baldur's Gate 3 during my playthrough, and I wanted to share a couple of tips and tricks that I have learned. So first off, this is going to be your basic skill setup. If you wanted to expand that, you can come right over here to this little plus key and hit that, and it makes it up to 4 rows instead of the original 2 rows. You can also drag these back and forth. So let's say you have more of your common abilities and more spells, but you have less items on this character. You can drag these around as needed. Or maybe you just want to see your common skills. You click down here and you see these are all my common skills, these are my cleric skills, these are all my items available, and these are my passives. This one right here is one that I really want to focus on for a second, because you can actually toggle passives on and off in this game. They're not always on or always off. You can actually click them and toggle them on and off. And this one is lethal attacks that every character has. Just make sure that you target them with a melee weapon when you do this. We're going to go over custom here in just a second, but I want to show you how you can actually organize this a little bit more. So you can come right here and lock or unlock your trees or your bars, and you can move things around as much as you want, put them wherever you want, so that you can have your abilities grouped up together. Maybe you want your heal spells and your scrolls, however you want to group things up. Then once you have it the way you want, you just lock it back, and you don't have to worry about being able to drag these like that. Another thing you can do is you can hit the K key and it opens up your ability menu. This is my class abilities. These are my common abilities, and you can drag and drop these anywhere you want down here. So let's say, under my common abilities, this is the only one that I want to use, and I want to have, all of my abilities here that I use quite often. So I can take my Cure Wounds spell and I can stick it over here. Maybe I have a Lesser Restoration. I can stick that over here, and I can just have one bar for all of my stuff here. And then you can unlock it and say, okay, well, never mind, I don't want to do that, and remove them very easily. You can also put as many skills as you want on different bars. So you don't have to necessarily put your common abilities on your common bar. As you just saw, I put on my cleric skills over here. But let's say I have my main hand attack here, and I want to be able to put main hand attack on all of my bars. So no matter what bar I'm on, I can always do my main hand attack. Very easy to do. You just stick it in each one of those, so that even if I'm over here on the cleric, I'm like, I don't really want to cast a spell, I just want to do this. I don't have to switch back and forth. So that is how that works, making it very easy for you to organize those for your playthrough. Now, custom, how does this work? So you might think that this is just a custom bar, basically just like the common, cleric, items, and passives bar, that allows you to just put whatever you want into it, but it has an additional feature. As you can see here, I do have a 1 right next to it. That means that if I hit my 1 key, I can make a hotkey for my heal. So I can hit 1 to heal, and I have all the way down to your equal key. Now it kind of is weird because you go from here down to here, and that's because it goes actually 1 and then 2 is here, 3 is up here, so you have your odd numbers on top and your even numbers on the 3rd row. I think that's a bug, but just so you know, that's how that works. So if I will hit 1, I'm going to heal. If I say, oh, I don't want to heal, I want to attack, I just hit 2 and boom, it switches right to that. You don't have to worry about going back and forth down on the skill menu down here. Now if you say, okay, well, I don't want to do that, I want to get out of this, you can do one of two things. You can either right click, which will close that down, or you can come right down here and click the little X, and it also closes that down. And you can come back here to your main menu. I think that goes over most of these skills and how to organize them and how to make quick buttons. So the next thing we're going to go over is going to be, let's say you have used your action for the fight, so all of your action abilities, these are all grayed out, and you can't use any more of those, or maybe you're on this screen and you see several things that are grayed out and several things that aren't grayed out, and you're like, well, I don't know what I can do based on my bonus action. Well, you can just click here to bonus action. This will show you all of your bonus actions that are available to you. In my case, I also have Channel Divinity. You might have key points or sorcerer points or whatever. And you can also go to your different spells and your cantrips. Unfortunately, you can't go like, okay, well, do I have a spell that is also a bonus action? You can't do those together, but this still helps out quite a bit with organizing your skills. So that should be everything on the skill menu and skill bar. Next, we're going to go over your items and how to organize these a little bit better. There's multiple things you can do from this menu. One is you can just move items around within your inventory. Another is sorting things by latest. So this is the last item I picked up. This is the value of the items right here, and it puts it from highest to lowest. The weight of the item, again, from highest to lowest. And then the type of item sorts things together. So you have your potions together, you have your scrolls together, your armor, your weapons. All those things will be kind of grouped up together, making it very easy to navigate through. You can also go here and say, I want to find my potion of healing, and I've got 1,000 potions in my inventory for some weird reason. I can just go here and type in healing, and boom, potion of healing pops up, and I can click on it, and there it is. It sorts it for me. So very nice feature to sort through your inventory. The next thing is moving things between characters. So there's multiple ways that you can move something between characters. The first is click on the item that you want, or right click. Technically, you don't even have to click on it first. You can just right click on the item that you want, and you can say send to one of my characters, or you can say send to camp. We'll go over to add wares here in just a second. So let's say that, I'm not the spellcaster, I don't use scrolls, whatever. I can right click that and I can say I want to send that to Asterion. Boom, it sent it to Asterion. Another way I can do that is I can click on an item and I can drag and drop it on their portrait right over here, and boom, it goes to Asterion. And then let's say I want to send all of the scrolls to Asterion. I can either click and I can control click on each one of these scrolls individually, or if I wanted to, I can click on the first one and then control shift and highlight all of them at once. So you can pick and choose the items by hitting control or shift control click to highlight all of them in rows. And then I can take all of those items and I can drag and drop them over here to Asterion. So that's one way you can do it, or one screen that you can do it on. You can also hit your tab screen. So from your tab screen, you can see here all 4 characters and say, oh, I didn't mean to give them all these scrolls. I will come back over here, grab all those scrolls, and I'm going to drag and drop right back over here onto my main character. Or from here, you can also right click and send them to the character that you want. Very easy way to send things around to people, and they don't have to be near you. You do have magic pockets in this game, so all of your inventories are kind of meshed together as one big inventory, and you can move it around as much as you need. So that, I believe, goes over everything you need to know as far as moving things around. So the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at here. Let's say you have encumbered, and you're like, I'm carrying around way too much armor and things that I want to sell to a vendor. You can come right here and, you're walking around very slow. Either you're at a yellow or a red encumbrance. You can then say, okay, I want to send these to a stronger character if you want to. But what's even better than that is, let's say I just want to sell all of my scrolls. So I'm going to go type, highlight all of my scrolls, and I'm going to say send to camp. This is going to send all of those to your camp chest, making it very easy to get to. And then, let's say that I just sent all of my armor or weapons that are very heavy, and I add a vendor right here. I can just go, okay, I'm at a vendor. Let me go run to my camp real quick. Boom, this pops up the camp, and you can see the chest right here on your mini map. So mine is over here to the west. You can also hit M, see your map, and the chest pops up. And you can walk over this way to your chest. Now, as I get closer, you see that I have 3 different chests here on my mini map, on my map, and then also here, one red one, a green one, and a yellow one here. You also get a blue one if you have a 4th character, 4th player built character. I'm playing this game with 2 other people, so we only have 3 chests here. But currently they are not playing, so I have access to all 3 of these chests. I can open up any of the 3 since I am currently playing solo. But my actual chest is this yellow one. So when I am playing with my friends, I can only access my yellow chest, and they can only access their chest. So you can kind of store things separate and not, move items around. Like maybe you want to keep something in particular on your character. For example, like, your the helmet or whatever, like my friend's helmet over here that he got from the deluxe edition, he keeps it in his chest, stuff like that. So we're going to then come here and say, I want to sell all of these items. And there's a couple ways you can do that. The first way is I'm going to select all the items that I want, and you can right click on them and you can pick them up in 2 different ways. I can say, I just want to pick up all these items. I want to sort through them once I get to the vendor. Or I can say, I definitely want to sell all these items. I'm going to pick up and I'm going to say add to wares. So you can do either one of those. In this case, I'm going to say pick up and add to wares. So that's going to put them in my inventory. And also when I go to my inventory, you'll see that these are all added to wares. In addition to that, I want to say, ooh, I don't really need this die right here. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say add to wares as well. And you can see that it adds that little coin icon to it. So these are all the items that I want to sell to the vendor. I then just pop right back over to the vendor, very easy peasy. And I'm right next to them. So that's a really nice way to fast travel back and forth. You don't have to walk around encumbered all the time. And then you can right or left click on him, go in here, sell wares.
But please remember.
So once you get into here, you see that you don't have a sell all wares button, which is kind of frustrating. People are going, well, how do I sell all my wares? I've got them highlighted here. To sell all of your wares, you want to go right up here to this trader and barter menu, and you click on that. And then now you'll have a sell all wares button down here. And let's say, oh, I want to double check and make sure that I need that all the wares are actually selected. I click here and say, okay, yeah, these are all the things that I wanted to sell. Let me go back here, make sure, whatever I've got equipment, some armor and weapons. Oh, I didn't, I meant to sell this torch as well. So I can just at this point double click on it or say, okay, well, I have to remember that I need to add that to my wares. Unfortunately, you can't add it to wares from here, but you can say, well, what did I miss? About here, you can see what all wares were. And then you can click this button right down here, sell all wares, and it will add up each of these items and it'll take it just from the gold value and it'll put it directly into your inventory. This right here, the 1639, is the party inventory. So if I were to look at all of my characters combined, we have a total of 1639, but my character only has this 98 right here. So if I sell, he will then buy all of those, assuming he has enough gold. Boom, and he just gave me all of that gold. Very easy. Then I can go back over here to barter and say, oops, didn't mean to sell you this. I want to buy that back from you and put it right there. So that's how trading works and hopefully helps you out with your inventory management. Anyway, if this video helped, please like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. I do stream daily over on Twitch. We play a variety of games, so it's always fun and exciting. Please come by and say hello. Take care and have a good one. Bye.